The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. That if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men.
Peace, y'all. This is Shar.
This is Raiin, and this is Half the World podcast, where we interview women organizers from around the world, from the past and today. And today we have Mel from Sacramento, from CMB Sacramento chapter, joining us.
Hi, Mel.
What's up, y'all?
I know you, Mel.
What's up? I know. I was
Easy
like, it's been a minute. It's been a minute for both of y'all, honestly.
I know, that's why I was smiling so big when I hopped on. I was like, ah!
Right, when we saw you, we were like, ah. Hi, Mel. How is it going? How's your day going today?
Oh man. It's busy, man. The grind is picking back up. I've been able to like slow down a little bit this summer, and classes literally start for me today. So I'm like starting to get back into it. But
Good morning.
Time
for us.
Yeah. Stop. I'm excited to be here. I'm really excited. I caught y'all's first episode. It was dope. I'm excited to be. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool.
Yeah,
that means a lot. We're just bullshitting up first.
Just saying anything. But this whole people
cool.
Organized people, and the goofy is down. Okay, we're gonna be really serious.
She's lying.
You know me. I was watching it on double speed because that's just what I do. So y'all were like,
That's really bad.
But then there were some moments where y'all were like normal speed, and I was like, oh wow, that means they're actually like really going slowly right now. That's cool.
Well, you know what? We're just being true to who we are. Oh, it is what it is. Well, I think, Raiin, you want to kick off the questions?
Yeah.
We already wrote down some questions. We were like, we're going to get all up into mail. We want your social. We want your firstborn child. No, just kidding.
Not my first four is crazy.
Just kidding. Raiin has the question.
We don't all got it like that.
So we'll dive right into it. What's the first question we have for Mel?
So we want to take it way back, all the way back, right? What's your first childhood memory? The first thing that comes to mind, the first thing that you can think of, good, bad, ugly, joyful, whatever it is.
Damn. Okay. I have one. My mom hates when I say this one. But it honestly, I think I was a baby, like baby, to the point where I was still in a high chair. And I just have this memory of me sitting in the high chair in the kitchen of this woman called CMB-TV. I always thought that was her name, but then as I got older and I realized like language stuff, I was like, Sam means sister. So it's like Sister Marie. Her name is Marie, period. But just sitting in her kitchen, and like I could see the kitchen, and then I could see this little like hallway where my brother used to sit in kind of like a den area and just like watch TV all day. Like that was like our low-key babysitter for a while. So that is my first image of a memory.
That's what's up. What do you feel when you think about that? Yeah.
See, this is why my mom hates this one. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna put her business out. But I think for me it reminds me of community, and that has been such a big part of my life. Like I know when I say that memory, my mom's like, oh man, like I was at work and I had to leave you at that woman's house all the time, and she just left you in that cold high chair all day, right? Like that's kind of her memory as a parent. But for me, I think as I think about it now, it's just like, yeah, that's how I grew up, is like community. Like I was at some sister, auntie, cousins, whatever home before school, after school. Like that was a really big part of how I've come to be.
That's what's up.
I like that the first memory was a woman. I know this podcast is
Right.
and so I'm like, anytime I can pull the feminine out of it, I
Caretaking.
will.
And I don't know where she's at now. Like, I don't think she was like blood related to us or any. I think she was like a friend of a friend at the church around the corner who sometimes watched kids, right? So I have no idea where she's at now, but like I think just that idea of community.
Well, shout out Marie, shout out Sister Marie.
Yeah, right. Hit us in the comments, Marie. Somebody find her.
You calling out like 50% of Haitian women at this point. But yeah.
That's so funny. Well, we're gonna take it a little bit more, not so back, but still back. What initially politicized you?
Initially. This is also a pretty early memory. My brother growing up he used to do all the sports, but soccer was like his main one growing up. And so I would be in the car with my dad like a lot, just like driving him to games, waiting at practices, whatever it might be. And I remember a time where we were in this like green van, a low-key school van vibes, but green and like a little smaller, that my dad used to drive around, and we were waiting for what's that?
It was just so funny how you said the green van. Go ahead.
We were waiting for my brother to finish something, I don't know. And he had the radio on. So I lived in Jersey at the time, and he had the radio on, and it was like they kept talking about this man who got shot, right? It was Amadou Diallo. Like that was the big story of the time, was just like this man in New York just got shot, and like now the trial is happening, right? It was all of that. I don't remember the exact year, at how old I was at the time, but I remember being really young and just noticing how focused my dad was on this story. And I asked him like, what happened? And he was like, oh, like the police shot a man a bunch of times because when he was reaching for his wallet. And I was like, well, why did, right? You know, the conversation that people have at a young age. And so I was like, why did they do that? And they were like, and my dad, we have differing views sometimes on like law enforcement and all that stuff. But like I think his view comes more from a space of like fear. And so I remember having that conversation with him. And I think like Abner Louima had also been a recent case in New York, which was a Haitian man. So now there are these stories of these immigrants who are coming to the US for safety or whatever. And they are experiencing police brutality, police violence. And yeah, just, I think being a kid, asking my dad that question like that. Obviously I wasn't like, I'm a revolutionary now, but it was a moment of me being like, oh, that doesn't seem right. Like I've always been like that's not logical kind of kid. So I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like why would they do that? And yeah, I think from there, I just have tended to be the person who in the classroom from a young age who like, if I'm not fucking with it, like I'm not doing it, I'm gonna say something about it. I'm gonna do it my own way. Yeah, that's been who I've been since like 5th grade, probably before.
Oh, so a little rebel. When you even mentioned that story, I feel like,
but like in a hella smart and annoying way, because I would have like the receipts and like you couldn't, like the teachers couldn't fuck with me though. It was like, but actually you're wrong. I'm still gonna get an A in your class. Leave me alone. Like that type of person.
If one person's gonna have receipts, it's you. Like I already know. I already know. Like if y'all mess with my sis, like there's one thing she's gonna have is receipts on your ass. So like y'all better
always
be easy.
Gemini, bruh. Always.
Yeah, right.
not a Gemini.
For real, gotta be easy. Like June 13th at 12:01 p.m. My nigga, like,
damn it. Back.
That is so funny. No, I love that. And I love that you were even like that clicked when you were a kid. I see that stuff click with my kids sometimes. Like they'll see something happen and they're like, well, why can they just do that? And I can see like the radicalization. I'm like, God, that's messed up. Turn it to revolution.
Right. And we got to get back to that because a lot of people nowadays, like they don't question anything. We've normalized so much through our trauma and our experience, but like, yeah, it's wild that people don't go, that's not right. Like,
right. it's all like, oh, well, maybe the police was fearful for his, like, that's what we get. And it's like, nah, like, if a 4 or 5-year-old kid could be like, that don't make no sense, then like, as an adult, you should be able to be like, that don't make no sense.
Right. Exactly.
So we'll take it to CMB. Mel is actually a part of CMB. She hosts our PE. Tell us about hosting the PE. Why is it so important to study, to educate yourself? A lot of like, I've noticed in a lot of leftist spaces, it's very much like, oh, we do a lot of PEs and talking. We just need to be outside. But we all know that politicizing ourselves is important. Tell us about being the director of PE and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you got to politicize yourself so you can have receipts. But like on the
Back
real,
to the
right?
receipts.
Right. That's what we always joke about that. Mel hit you with a side of page 57.
Right.
Paragraph 3 says that you're a punk motherfucker. Like that's
But like genuinely, we
Now she
are
quote-
at war, right? Like if that's what we understand, I think that's what all leftist spaces to some degree understand, that we are in a battle, at least a battle. Maybe not everyone's like we at war, but like we're in some kind of struggle, some battle, and it's holistic, right? Like when you, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard before you go to the Spider-Man movie, they're going to show a huge hella long trailer about like joining the military. And it's like so well done, right? Like it's convincing, it reaches the people, gets the people going. If you look at like Christianity as a religion, like there is a huge propaganda, like religions in general, right? The Mormons, like this is what people are doing to convert people to their side of the war, of the battle, is they are creating propaganda. They are educating themselves on what the masses are responding to, and right, creating a convincing, compelling argument. And all of that comes from being able to study. So the same way like the right or liberalism is studying and putting out propaganda, like I see education as praxis, right? It's not that, oh, education is removed from doing the real work. I think it's like, it can be, right? There's hella people sitting in ivory towers who are just reading books and writing shit and not actually like reaching the places that it needs to be reaching. But like education should be our version of propaganda. It should be our version of, we know what we're talking about. We know, right? I know how to say it through the lens of an academic. I know how to say it through the lens of Asada, page 5, paragraph 3. I know how to say it through the lens of Tupac Shakur. I know how to say it through the lens of Nicki Minaj, right? Like I know how to connect all of these things into a logical, compelling, relevant statement that will bring people to my side of this struggle. And that's how I view education. And I know that's really what I'm trying to do with CMB's political education as well. Like because you're right, like hella leftist spaces, PE is just a book list, or it's just like, yeah, read these things and then you're politically educated. And it's like, nah, I think education is so much more than just reading lists. And so with our CMB PE, like I know our committee is really trying to create, like, be dynamic. And what movies are we talking about? What books are we talking about? What types of, like, is it just lectures? Are we bringing in workshops? Are we doing panels? What's happening in person? How can we engage, like, what's happening in current events? And all of that is seen as education for me.
That's beautiful.
That got me going. I love education.
No, I love that. So speaking of education, right, you're one of the founders of Malcolm X Academy for African Education, now a CMB Liberation School, gang. Right, we just finished year 4. And for folks who don't know, right, I moved to Atlanta, but Mel and the family are starting up year 5 in Sacramento. So talk to us a little bit about that, about like what that means to you, as somebody who I hold highly when it comes to being an educator, a teacher in this world, right? So Yeah, what were the different breaks of like of extreme fulfillment, of struggle, of just yeah, I'm just keeping it broad, but
Yeah.
just give us what you want in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it's been a journey. I love them babies so much. Like, I think that's kind of the first thing I want to name in all of this is like these babies are so special. Like, and I love being able to work with them and show up for them and like learn from them and watch them like just surpass so many like ways of knowing that I was at their age. Like it's hella dope. Shar, I saw your babies out in Atlanta. Like they again, same thing. I'm like, dang, these babies, they're not gonna have the same issues I had coming up at all. Right. There is such a level of dignity that I think our generation is more on board with like focusing on for instilling in these babies. And I know like even at the onset of Malcolm X Academy, like that was a big conversation, right? You're like, yeah, the politics important. Yeah. All the other revolutionary stuff is important as well. But like one of the first goals of the program was like, how are we instilling a sense of dignity in Black African young babies? And so like that has been, and I know Jordan, I know DJ, I know like all of us had kind of come in with having a story of like at some point in our life having written something down about like I'm gonna have a school or like having a plan. And I was looking at one of my journals from 2014, I want to say, like one of my journal. I was in college. I was going to church regularly. I had my little church notebook. I had written in it, and it was like something about instilling dignity in children. Like I had a vision or an ask for myself in that. And so being here, oh my God, I'm so old. Over 10 years later.
Hold on, speak for yourself. You out here.
Like you just said ages and us.
Right.
All right. You're right.
You got a lot of life.
Okay, I have lived many years, I guess that's what I'll say. I lived many lives too, but like yeah, having that vision has been dope. So I'd say like just the greatest reward is all the moments with the babies. And challenges as well. Like I'm not gonna give them all the love, like they, you know.
It was all crying that one day I went.
I think me and Rain always used to talk about like when you go in, not when you go in, like you gotta brace yourself and just know that like your nervous system is gonna shut off for like 6 hours. And then as soon as the day ends, like everything just comes flooding back in.
Like, you're like, what happened?
Right.
What happened? Where am I?
It's the time work. It's like, oh shit, I've had to pee for 6 hours. I had no idea. Let me go do that.
Idea. No idea. Like, oh, when did I hurt my toe? Like that.
So yeah, but that's, you know, it's a version of love, I'll say. Like it really is. I think the challenging part is really around like the community school aspect of it. Like we are a liberation school, we are a community school, and that means something. Like that means that we're not here making a profit. We don't get to have access to these federal education grants because those are only coded or whatever for public schools or charter schools or schools that are affiliating themselves with the system. Like, no, we're not going to be seen as credible from members of our own community sometimes, right? We're not going to have a job posting, you know, this one, I don't want to speak this one into existence, but in the future, maybe, right? But as of now, right, we are not in a place to have like a job posting for a livable wage with benefits for a full-time anything, right, at our school. Like that's not how we're moving. We're moving with community members who have other jobs, have other responsibilities, have other obligations without federal grants, right? We're getting donations, we're winning a little grant here and there along the way, right? We are hustling, we're working multiple jobs, and really like coordinating. It's organizing, right? We are organizing a school. We are coordinating putting together a curriculum, right? We are coordinating, making sure that there's an arts program, making sure that there's a self-defense program, making sure that there's a farming program. That's that's been right one of those. So like all of that is coordination. It's not just like, oh, we have $1 million budget and we just throw money over here and now we have a farm, and we throw money over here and now we have an arts and culture program. Like and so with that obviously comes a lot of what was the term, like the issues. Yeah, those are the obstacles, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And that's not just the logistical obstacles, because then you're also dealing with people, right? People who you love, right? Some people who you love, some people who you're indifferent towards or dislike, but it's all like relationships and coordinating and making sure that at the end of the day, everyone is kind of moving this thing forward, right? Moving this unit forward in a productive way.
I love that. Me and Rain always said we were going to ask everybody that we interview some kind of personal questions, because we feel like, I don't know, sometimes in leftist spaces, like it's only about organizing, and we forget that we're like regular people. So like, what are some fun things you like to do?
Ooh, I got hobbies, yo. I am a hobbyist. I'm a chronic hobbyer.
Tell us about them.
That really is. You don't take the classes. Like I feel like that movie Yes Man. That's Mel on a day, good day, like a day off. Mel got us all.
I'll do whatever.
Do you want to take this pottery class on the top, upside down, latched into a roller coaster? Yes.
I would. Yeah. I feel like I'd love to.
I'll
try everything once.
Okay,
I will try. I'm sure there's one thing that I'm like, nah, that's crazy. Don't say that shit. But like, other than that, I would try everything once, some things twice, before I'm like, okay, that one's not for me. So yeah, I really like to be able to, I think, like one of my favorite things, I just like to kick it with the homies. Like if I have a day off and I'm free and I like text up a friend out here, like, what you doing? You're running errands? Cool. I'm down to just come along for the errands that are being run and hang out. On a personal level, I really love music. I love to dance. I love to sing. Those are things I've been doing since I was really young, and yeah, just like bring me a lot of balance, really, and like centering and all the things. Like I love those things. I've been boxing for like 4 or 5 years now, and that's something like because I'm a hobbyist, I was like, all right, think about what has been consistent in your life. Don't just name all the little random side quests. So boxing has been consistent in my life for a minute. Basketball, even though I don't play, like I love basketball so much.
You play at free play?
I play at free play. I was playing more regularly. I still would love to coach one day. Like that feels like a fun, whenever I find the time, I'm like, I want to coach. Like I think I would be good at it. I think it would be a lot of fun. I love the game. Like I love studying the game and watching the game and all those things. I like being outside. I love the ocean.
Them Caribbean roots.
Yes, warm waters, please. I like to cook. That's pretty consistent.
Do you make a lot of Haitian food, Mel? And for those who don't, it's Haitian.
I'm learning. It's a process. So my mom was just here, which was great because yum. But it's a process. Like I think the beautiful thing about Haitian food, at least the way that I grew up eating it, is that like it's slow cooking, and I don't live a very slow cooking kind of life all the time. So yeah, when I can, I learn the things and then I make them, and I'm like, dang, it's not as good as my mom. So then I just assume it's not good at all. Yeah, you have to practice. But then I'm like, dang, I don't have like 3 hours every day. I don't know how she was doing it. Like I don't have 3 hours. I mean, we had hella leftovers a lot of the time. But like, I don't know how she was finding 3 hours at least once or twice a week to just like cook up a meal. That shit is crazy.
Right. Maybe crock pot. You gotta start crock
I
pot.
don't believe in a crock pot. I know. It's I think because of my mom, I have like certain what are they called, like snobby cooking takes, and I need to get over. You're right. I need to get over. Like I don't have a rice cooker.
I don't have a crock pot either, but
I know that's a big one too. I'm like, dang, my life would change if I had a rice cooker, but I'm just like, I gotta cook it on the stove. That's what my mom did.
Yeah, no, crock pot would change, but then I always have this fear, like if I leave it on, is it gonna like burn down my house?
No, don't they? There's some I think that just like they're so. I've used my friends once, and I was like, this would really change my life, but I am stubborn.
They turn off, but it's just like
it's scary.
It keeps it warm too, right?
Hmm.
It keeps it warm too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get worried about having something cooking in my house with me not in it or with me sleep.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Burn down the whole house. Yeah, let's not do that.
Uh-huh.
But you do dance? You dance compa?
I think so. Not like every day, but I grew up going to the parties, all the cute little weddings and Haitian parties, and them keeping me out till like 2-3 in the morning.
Right, they
don't care.
Sleep on that chair.
They said go sleep on that bench, right?
Caribbeans, we should be ashamed of ourselves. So same. That's what I'm saying. Dominicans and Haitians are literally the same. They need to stop. Come on, y'all. It's one island.
That was like, yeah. I think that's why when I went to college, like I wouldn't say I didn't party as much, but I didn't go crazy like some of these kids, because I was like, they already had me in the outside. Like I'm just trying to be here to study, join some organizations. I'll kick it with the homies, but I don't need to do too much right now.
That's so funny. Okay, you wanted to shift gears? What's up?
Well, we talked about like your Haitian roots, but let's talk about like the rest of your ancestry and how both of those, like, right, you got some strong roots, some deep roots.
Yeah.
How that empowers you, how you practice, because I know you're a very spiritual person, how you practice, right, your spirituality, and how that empowers you physically, mentally as well.
Yeah. Nah, I feel really grateful. I'm like, dang, I got dope ancestors, bruh. Like so Haitian and Cuban, and I think like that dignity piece, right? I think there's other areas around like confidence and building as a young Black girl in America, right, that I had to move through. But in terms of like knowing who my people are and like what we've done from a lens of power, dignity, and self-determination, like that was something that from the jump, like every year on January 1st, like my family is celebrating Haitian independence. And that has been since I was a kid, right? So all I knew growing up was like, oh yeah, these niggas was beating white people's asses and like getting right. Like that's what I knew as a kid before I even knew that it was like a political thing. And I think like with most Black folks in the States and with most people in general, like as you get older, you start to want to know more about your past and your history, right? And so even like the things that I end up studying, right, are revolution, is right, Cuba, is socialism, just by nature of wanting to learn more about myself. And so both of my parents were born in Haiti. And I never met my grandmothers on either of their sides. And so but I grew up hearing like, you look like your dad's mom. Like I grew up hearing that a lot. And what I did know is that she was Cuban, right? So then I'm like, I want to learn more about this person and like who she was. And at this point, my family had moved down to Florida, right? If y'all know South Florida, the land of white Cubans, right? Like, and so I'm coming in as a kid trying to like learn about myself and hearing this like you're Cuban thing. And I like started taking Spanish. Like people are like, how do you know Spanish? Just like, cause I like felt really committed, and I've been taking Spanish since like 4th grade. And so I get down to Florida, right, later on, and in high school, I'm seeing all these folks who are like, you're not Cuban. Like Cubans are white, right? And I'm hearing different narratives. And so for me, I just always been a curious kid. So it's like, okay, I'm hearing that I'm not Cuban. I'm seeing that the Cubans around me are white. I'm black, right? Like these are all things. I'm told that I look like my grandmother. So like she must have also been black. So like what is missing here?
What's going on? Right.
Right. And so that I think is when I started to just kind of be like, all right, well, it seems like whatever was happening over there pushed all the white people away, but the black people was fucking with it. So like whatever's going on there is cool for me. They're mad, right? Like those are the kinds of connections I was able to make before I even knew about like, right, the socialism and the like capitalist ruling class all exiting Cuba and like all of those things. And it's been really dope. I think I've been able to like even educate my dad a little bit because he was born in Haiti to a Cuban mom, right? And so he'll have a certain understanding of like Cuban dictatorship. And then I was like, but bro, like your parents moved up out that, or your parents moved up out that thing before Castro took over. Like they moved out there during the Batista regime. So like, what does that tell you about, right? There's so many layers that have been, it's been dope. It's been hella dope learning about, and I think having that strong ancestry and kind of growing up, again, my dad is a very spiritual person. Like I don't, half the time I'm like, I'm just protected because he exists. So I'm like, I be lazy in my spiritual practice sometimes, and I'm like, I'm good, he got me. Like that's kind of right. He was just here this week. So I'm like, oh, I'm good for like another year if I do nothing else. Like
just protection over you without even trying.
Right. And so it just feels, it was in the food, right? It's in what we're eating, the soup that we make, like all of it is just like, all of that I grew up seeing as practice. And this is normal. Like my mom used to put a bowl of soup in front of the door for like a week. And I'd be like, Mom, like what? This soup is crusty, moldy, old. Like, why is it here? And she's like, it's for the ancestors. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, mind you, again, I'm in elementary school at this time. So it's, I feel really lucky to have that history because I know that not everyone learns about themselves through that lens. And I think it's important to and then I learned the other stuff. And so as I'm learning the other stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, but we could, like, I know, but we could fight back. Like that's undoubtable. Yeah.
I have to geek out about Haiti for like 2 seconds. Because
Please
like
do.
anytime
I'm down. I'll meet you.
Haiti, I'm like, y'all, I'm from Haiti too. I'm just from Haiti. But listen, it's just because
she said that.
You are John Brown.
The east side of Haiti is
that's
crazy.
What it was called before.
That's
like it was
wild.
just all called the Republic of Haiti. But I had to geek out. Literally, right? I had to geek out about it because it's like Haiti is just the beacon I like for Black liberation. First of all, the first Black nation to free themselves. Then they freed the rest of the world, stealing the guns from the white people and their ships and their food and their literally everything. And then they went and freed everybody in South America. So like, I feel like it pisses me off how Haiti is kind of like not shouted out enough. It's like portrayed as this like disgusting.
But like that's intentional even.
Right, intentional.
And like that's coming back to what I was saying about the education. It's like, bro, like they know what they're doing.
They are doing that very much on purpose so we can be like, oh, it's kind of like punishing Haiti for freeing themselves. And like everybody else, look at Haiti now. Don't you dare try to free yourself, Black people, because we will put you how we have Haiti right now. So I mean, but it's still, they're just such resilient people. And the thing about it is when I talk to Haitians, they all the ones that I've talked to are very politicized. Like they know they know about Black liberation. They're very in love with their roots and their ancestry. And I'm like, man, why can we do it on this side of the island?
And it's a beautiful place. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful place. Like I follow an Instagram page that shows the beauty of Haiti, and they have like drones going around like the parts of the island that you don't see regularly, you know, and it's
and white folks live up in them hills. Sorry.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
It's so pretty. I even saw a documentary about Haiti in the 80s, and that used to be like the touristic spot that people like to go to Haiti. So it's just
the first time my mom visited the Bay, and I was like driving her around like the Oakland Hills and all that stuff. She was like, "This reminds me of Haiti," and I was like, "Word!" Like, yes.
Haiti is
the water, the mountains, the everything.
And my favorite other thing, real quick, about Haiti is just like they didn't even adapt the language of the colonizer. They're like, no, we're gonna make our own language. Okay, they didn't adapt the religion of the other of the colonizer. They're like, no, we're not going to do the Christianity stuff. But on the other side, and it's just like so crazy the comparison. We have the whole Bible on our flag, and we are like, oh, we speak Spanish. We're different. We're Latin. It's like, gross, cringe. But anyways, I'll stop shitting on DR for a little bit.
You could come over to our side, Shar.
Hey, I'm Eastern Haitian.
Eastern Haitian.
Call me Eastern Haitian.
I'm gonna tell them to give you a permanent visa.
Oh,
Slide over.
Please take me, Haiti. Please take me.
So with all of this and like and seeing who you are when it comes to like being really connected to those roots, really like holistic and like natural and spiritual and all that, where you still work as a professor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure do.
In a system that's like attempting to derail the work that you do on every level, it sounds like. So not just like I said it sounds like I don't know you, like I know, right? Like it sounds like from this interview. That's all. Well, from what we've shared, right? Shared with people so far in the past half hour or so, but the state's attempting to derail all of that work politically, spiritually, physically, mentally. Right. So how do you function coming into that, and how do you use that as an opportunity to kind of pull some folks left to organize students to show up and still be true to who you are?
Yeah. I will say, I think it helps. It's like both a benefit but a drawback. I think it helps that I am not a full-time tenured faculty member within one of these institutions. So, and like, I know I have a lot of thoughts on like that journey, both like a respect for the process and like all that it entails, and also just kind of like a political analysis around like what it kind of forces you and sometimes transforms you into along the way. So I do think that it helps that I am a lecturer and I'm unionized. I mean, I think they're unionized too, but like in some aspects, I get to like kind of fly under the radar, right? Like I'm not as directly responding to some of the things that are like attacking institutions of higher ed right now. I'm less accountable, right? And I think therefore can take more risk. And I do in my classrooms. I'm like, I'm gonna talk about this. And I'm also just really mindful of all the things. Like I don't allow my classes to be AI note taked or any of those. Like there's just certain things that you have to be mindful of if you want to be a radical professor within the institution. But like, yeah, at that point I have these kids who, and I really, before I even started teaching, like wanted to be, and as I was kind of figuring out where I wanted to be in the organizing space, was excited to be working with college age students because they're at the stage in their life where they're deciding what they want to do. And I think you can kind of catch them and be like, yes, do that. Like do what you're passionate about. And here's how you can do that in a different way. Or here's how you can do that with like more autonomy, or here's how you can have this knowledge so that you can like shift the way, right? Like the app that you like, right? Like I get to catch the college student who's in the STEM program talking about, I want to build apps, and I get to have the conversation with them of like, okay, cool. What if you built this Jaywalk app? Like, what if this was the app that you worked on? So like, yeah, that's kind of what I try to do with my classes, is they always have some kind of project that invites them to think about what they're passionate about already, what they want to be doing already, and then I give them some facts about Black people in ethnic studies, right? I give them facts about Black and brown people, and I give them some information about the different systems they should be aware of along the way. and then I'm just like, cool, like do your thing. And that feels like a way to empower students and hopefully kind of move them right to a different side of the pipeline, right? Away from like the I want to be a district attorney, right, into maybe like I could see a life for myself as a public defender, and here's how I could make it work financially, right? All of the things. So yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I'm happy these students get a radical professor, because I definitely didn't get anybody like that.
I couldn't imagine if I walked in and saw like,
Right. I would have been like, yes.
LOL. I also had started asking one of my classes, like someone mentioned that I was the first Black teacher they ever had. And I was like, you got all the way to college and I'm your first one. And so I started asking my classes that every year. And unfortunately, like I've always gotten at least one damn near.
Mm-hmm.
That's how California is. Yeah. Because being like from Baltimore too, and like East Coast, I saw like you see doctors and lawyers and teachers that are Black, and then growing up in California, I had Sister Thornton.
Right, you remember their names.
The fact that you
literally in elementary.
Our kids is separate. My kids are like, our teacher's white. I'm
like,
you live in Atlanta. Yeah,
right.
You just live in Atlanta.
Right, more of that.
Growing up in Sac, I had in elementary school. I had one Black teacher in 5th grade. That was it. And then high school, none in middle school. High school, I had 2. Yeah,
I had like a good range, but I was in South Florida, so it's kind of like
right. I was all on the East Coast, and I feel like I had not a lot, but I had regular interaction with Black teachers.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Most of them were electives, so that's probably a whole other thing we could talk about. But still,
right,
right. But I'm like so excited for your school year to start. I'm actually excited for us to bring a school here, because I'm like, I want my kids to go to Max Academy. Yeah. So I'm excited for it to come to Atlanta too. And I know a lot of parents actually have been talking about like, when are we going to launch? And I'm like, oh my gosh, are we going to do this?
2020, 2027.
So, yeah, 2027.
I'm pushing to start this year.
If you don't play, right?
Not full time, but starting
like after school or something.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Saturday school, and then so I'll reach out to you and we'll talk about those things. But anything you got? Any words of wisdom for?
Oh yeah, close us out with some good words of wisdom.
Oh no.
For the young organizers coming up, for anyone in general, like but just
like, pull up to half the world. Thank y'all for having me. Honestly, like I think this show is hella important. Women organizers need to be seen, need to share their stories. Like that is something that I know, like the conversation with Ashanti just this past Sunday, like even he named that. He was like, it's so hard to get women organizers to share their stories. And like, that's been my experience as well, at least with like the older generation. And so I think that this show is hella important, right? We can document, we can archive, we can say whatever we need to say on here. So y'all pull up to half the world. And I guess that's my like advice for young my advice for young organizers, especially for like young women organizers, is to share your truth, share your stories, like be vulnerable, be soft, like show up loudly. Like that's what the world needs, is more of that, like visible and outside. So
100%. Yeah. Those were some good words. I mean, it was a better show, so of course I like them. But they were good.
A little biased, a little bit.
I think those were amazing words.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Well, we will have you again, Mel. We're in constant communication with you, Mel. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. I'm like, what meeting do we have tomorrow?
What time will I talk to you with?
We didn't talk about it as well, but Mel published her poetry book.
Oh yeah.
Earlier this year?
No, it was last year.
And it's pink.
And it's pink.
Okay, so hold it up that way we have
Rain
like a
did the
little clip.
artwork.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And make sure we get your face too.
Yeah, so purchase her book.
My book, y'all.
I love
Get her
that.
book.
Shout out to you.
It's
Yeah, I didn't even think we talked about you right
Yeah.
now. Raiin.
No, but we
One
now
of
now
them
we have to
amazing.
like
It's all good.
you
That's the
back.
other thing is like have a life, have hobbies, do things
Yeah.
other than organize. So
100%. We have to bring you back now for a book and a poetry little sesh.
Right. I think when you published it, you were like, I think I only said imperialism twice in the whole book.
right.
Well,
It's
there you
about
go.
love. It's about love.
It's about love.
We love that.
That's what
Which
it's
you know,
all
revolution
about.
is also about love, but it's about
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, having hobbies and doing things that isn't necessarily organizing is still political if you're really living that spirit, you know. So it's important for us to expand and get out of like that because there's so like our algorithms, everything's so condensed. It's like you don't realize that the forces that we're fighting it's also out there and even greater sometimes, right, in the masses. So yeah, it's important that we get out and be infectious in this world.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, Mel,
thank you.
Appreciate
thank
y'all.
you so much for being on the show. We love you,
That's
Mel.
what it
We'll
is.
have you
Y'all.
again. And this is Hack the World podcast. And signing out, I'm Shar.
I'm Raiin.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Peace.